Shalom, brothers and sisters. Now, let me begin by saying, first and foremost, I do believe that the Nephilim are back. And I've spoken about this before in relation to the whole UFO, unidentified flying objects, all these things, the UAPs, unidentified submerged objects, everything that's coming out now and is becoming more and more readily accepted by mainstream media as they prepare the world for the great deception post the Harpazo Rapture event. And I do believe that these things are there and they're not man-made and controlled by evil. But this story, for example, does not add up for me. So I'm going to read you the two articles immediately and we'll discuss that. The first article said, mystery drones swarm U.S. military base in Virginia for nearly 3 weeks, leaving the Pentagon scrambling for answers. Kelly, a decorated senior commander at the base, got on a squadron rooftop to see for himself. He joined a handful of other officers responsible for a clutch of the nation's most advanced jet fighters, including F-22 Raptors. So for several nights, military personnel reported a mysterious breach of restricted airspace over a stretch of land that has one of the largest concentrations of national security facilities in the US. The show starts 45 minutes to an hour after sunset. The first drone arrived shortly. Kelly, a career fighter pilot, estimated it was roughly 20 feet long and flying more than 100 miles an hour at an altitude of roughly 3,000 to 4,000 feet. Other drones followed one by one, sounding in the distance like a parade of lawnmowers. Now, remember that statement. That's important. The drones headed south across Chesapeake Bay toward Norfolk, VA, and over an area that includes the home base for the Navy SEALs Team 6 and the Naval Station Norfolk, the world's largest naval port. Officials didn't know if the drone fleet, which numbered as many as a dozen or more over the following nights, belonged to clever hobbyists or hostile forces. Some suspected that Russia or China deployed them to test the response of American forces. Federal law prohibits the military from shooting down drones near military bases in the US unless they pose an imminent threat. Aerial snooping doesn't qualify, though some lawmakers hope to give the military greater leeway. Now, it is a threat when your secrets are being stolen, when it's restricted airspace. And I don't understand why they didn't shoot them down, or at least shoot one down, so that you can get clarification on where they came from, who made them, or what the origin of the item is, and what it's actually doing. That would just make sense to me. It is a threat. But no, don't shoot them down. Let them do what they want to do, because, war's coming, and who needs your secrets? Drone swarms targeting US military bases are operated by a mothership, this is the second article, UFO, claims top Pentagon official. The retired senior Pentagon official confirmed that UFO motherships were spotted releasing swarms of smaller craft, adding further mystery to the unexplained intrusions over multiple US military bases. His statements come amidst the release of 50 pages of Air Force records related to provocative drone incursions and one general calls close encounters at Langley. For at least 17 nights last December, swarms of noisy small UFOs were seen at dusk, moving at rapid speeds and displaying flashing red, green, and white lights, penetrating highly restricted airspace above Langley Air Force Base in Virginia. Two of the notable aspects, he said, are the fact our drone signal jamming devices have proven ineffective and these craft are making no effort to remain concealed. The fact that in some instances, as Mellon took pains to emphasize, it is clear that they want to be seen as taunting us. So, the first article, they talk and they write as if it's either hobbyists, so I built it in my garage because I was bored, or hostile forces, China, Russia, those kind of people that are now flying over your military bases. Now, number one, go try fly over a Chinese base or a Russian base. Boom. Debris. You'll be gone. Because that's the normal reaction to protecting your secrets and your military assets. That should be the normal reaction. So, and then a hobbyist? Why is the hobbyist not being picked up and prosecuted for flying over restricted airspace? And why haven't you brought down the stuff? So this would be the whole terrestrial solution in Article 1. And the important thing for me in Article 1 was they sounded like a parade of lawnmowers. Now, all the other UFO, UAP, USO objects have always been silent and otherworldly. They don't sound like a parade of lawnmowers, ever. Even the small orbs from World War II that used to follow the bombers into combat, yeah, it goes back that far and even further, were silent and fast and unnatural. So now suddenly they sound like a parade of lawnmowers, which tells me natural. You know, propellers, rotors, those kind of things. Or ducted fans, or those kind of things. Why so noisy? Did the Nephilim suddenly have a problem with parts production? Is it because Taiwan's not getting the chips to them quick enough? What's the story? Why does your stuff sound like broken lawnmowers or swarms of lawnmowers in the sky? And you know, it does not make sense to me as the normal UFO, UAP, USO stories go. And now suddenly the story of motherships dropping them. If there's a mothership hanging around in American airspace and it's dropping swarms of these little lawnmower jobs everywhere, why are the F-22s not taking off and demanding it land or shoot it down to stop the incursion? So anybody can just go do whatever they want in America at this stage, because everyone's too busy focused on politics than to worry about this incursion that affects the military directly. Does it make any sense to you? So that's my problem with this whole story that's trending. Now, if you look at, and I can delve into this deeper, but I won't, we'll just touch on it briefly. If it's aliens, little green men from another galaxy far, far away, not stealing anything from George Lucas, copyrights and whatnot, but let's say it's not Nephilim or demonic, which I believe it is, and it's little aliens from a galaxy far, far away, they would have to be at least intermediate technologically advanced civilization. So a type 2 civilization is what we call that in science fiction and science discussion and whatnot about these kind of possibilities. A type 2 civilization is an intermediate technologically advanced civilization that can harness the energy radiated by its own star. It would be capable of constructing a Dyson sphere, which is a theoretical idea of encapsulating the sun to extract all of its energy. So they build a structure around the entire star to capture all of that energy. That's a type 2 civilization. Now, to be able to do the distances of light speed across the universe to reach your nearest habitable planets and come to Earth, you'd have to be at least a type 2 civilization. Now, with the technology and the advancements to the point as a civilization to reach that place where you could build a Dyson sphere around your star and harness all of that energy and have the ability to travel across the universe all the way to Earth so that you can have lawnmower sounding objects buzzing around military bases, you can draw little pictures in crop fields, and you can mutilate cows and anally probe humans that are bored. What? How does that even begin to make sense? It doesn't. It's not what you would be doing if you were a type 2 civilization. If you came all the way here and you discovered life, you'd be watching from a distance. Cataloging, discussing, thinking, trying to see what's going on with the species. Not what these things are doing. No, this is more in alignment with Nephilim and demonic principles. And if you look at it and you delve into it deeper, especially with the encounters of the third kind and people getting picked up and having those direct experiences, the feelings, the smells, the everything, all line up with demonic possession or demonic attack through the ages. Why do they flee at the name of Jesus Christ? Shouldn't make sense if you were just a little green man with no issues from a galaxy far, far away coming here on holiday to view the locals. No. But if you were demonic or Nephilim, you would be terrified at the name of the Most High God. So, more and more stories like this, the closer we get to the harpazo. God bless. Keep looking up. Shalom.